Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here's the 7 Sins expansion. I'm going to go over this and tell you my thoughts on it, but I am going to assume you know how to play Growl in the base game. In this one, you're going to take 5 to 7 of these Sins cards, and you're going to shuffle them into the main deck. So you don't want to overload the deck, but you'll be adding some new cards, which will add a couple rounds to the game. This card right here is just the explanation of the rules. Now with Charity, other players with fewer than 2 gold icons raise their hand, and you have to give this to somebody. So you're going to give somebody 2 victory points at the table. The Chastity, other players announce their total number of charms, and gets to the player with the fewest number of charms, and it will block one of the bites. So it kind of looks like a charm. Diligence. Other players announce the number of salve icons. Give this to the person with the least amount. So you're helping somebody stay alive here. Envy. Now this is one's going to hurt somebody. During the night phase, you must pass a card with a salve icon if able. So they're going to give up one of their healing potions to somebody else. Gluttony. Give this to another player with the most cards in hand. You die if you ever have 9+ cards. So it's Gluttony's a way if somebody's saving up a bunch of cards. The other players can then target this guy and start giving him a lot of cards to get him out of the game. Particularly helpful for the undead player. Greed. Each gold icon in excess of 2 also adds a wound. So anytime somebody's collecting a lot of gold, this will put a wound on them. So you want to be careful about that. Humility. Give this to a player facing their neighbor. This adds a wound icon to you and a charm icon for your closest living neighbor to side this is facing. So he would put this by one of his neighbors. He would take a wound, but it would heal one of his neighbors. Kindness. This adds a salve icon to one of your closest living neighbors. Discard if you die. So if somebody's next to you, whoever's the closest, it will give them a healing on their wound. You're being very nice to them. Lust. Other players announce their total number of charm icons. Gives the player with the most. You break ties. So whoever has the most of those charms, which blocks the bites, is going to get a bite. So you're going to try to turn somebody into a werewolf with this one. Patience. Give this to another player with the fewest number of spell cards. On your turn, you may discard this to move any spell to any living player. So you're going to help somebody out. Whoever has the most spells, and then they'll have to give one away. Pride. During the night phase, you must pass a card with the charm icon if able. So you're going to have to get rid of any charms that would help you not turn into a werewolf. Sloth. On your turn, you may only give cards to your closest living neighbors unless there are no other options. There you are. Temperance. Give this to another player with the fewest cards in hand. You break tie. This is going to heal a wound. So it's going to keep a wound from attacking you. And then Wrath. Each charm icon after the first also has a wound icon. So the more charms you have with Wrath, the more injuries that you're going to sustain. Now here with the 7 Sins, you're going to have some cards that will be good for the group and bad for the group. Now you're only adding 5 to 7 in each game, so you're talking about another round or 2 maybe, depending on how many players that you're playing with, but it will have different ongoing effects that will affect the game and have long consequences. I do like the 7 Sins. I think they work very thematically with their names and how they interact. I have to say I like this one quite a bit. I would probably say the Undead is the one I would play with the most. This or Curses would be second most. I kind of like this one. The artwork on it is really cute. Some of the ones, I guess it wasn't as clear to me the way they're written, exactly what they mean, but I was able to figure them out in House Rule most and look up on BGG what most of them do. So 7 Sins is a winner for me.
Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing.